Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sanchez here. Gonna go ahead and show why I'm about to sell United States versus the Japanese yen. Alright, let's go ahead and just briefly look at the weekly chart. It's where we're gonna start at. I'm gonna go ahead and delete everything that I've done already, which was my Fibonacci. Okay, only thing that I've done so far is I've highlighted a key area of support and resistance. This is just major key areas of support and resistance where price will most likely turn around. Okay, now obviously there are zones within zones, and you can only see these lines on certain time frames. Okay, but just the idea is, look in a higher time frame, just get a generalization of idea of what price is doing. Like, for example, I can clearly see that there is a downtrend in motion right now. Okay, so if I start right here, my resistance, this is just to get an idea. I'll make it perfect in a second, just so you guys can see what I'm looking at, right? So if we go all the way up here and we drag this down, we can see that we were clearly in some state of downtrend. Okay, that's a pretty good line right there. A lot of touches, a lot of wicks touches off of it. Let's go ahead and adjust that. There we go. And we can lower this one. So there's no perfect one, right? But just to give you guys an over idea of what I see is a downtrend on a weekly. We're doing a downtrend. So I'm gonna keep selling that downtrend. As you guys can see, price has respected my downtrend many times. Okay, so we got a touch up here, we got a touch up here, almost low touch up there, we got a touch up there, and now we're respecting resistance. This channel, we touch a trend line again, touch a trend line again, bounce off our support, bounce off, reject our trend line, reject our trend line. So I can safely say that price is at least going to come back down to this zone right here. So that would be my take profit on based off of this weekly analysis. Also, price is about to get below my 200 moving average. Okay, so that's a good sign to sell when price is below. Okay. It looks like we may be on our way down to our lower low. Okay. If we was a Fibonacci, we can do like something like this, right? We can look at something like that for United States JPY based on the weekly chart. So that could be an option, but we just briefly want to look on here to get a generalization of what's going on, get a general idea. Okay, so weekly, we're at the top of our downtrend. So let's go to the daily and see where we're at. Alright, on the daily, you can clearly see price is getting below our 200. That's just one sign. Okay, there's a couple other signs that I can utilize as well. Based on this daily, we can go ahead and create our uptrend. This is the recent uptrend. Okay, it's gonna be something like this because I can see it's been broken and retested. So you see, I'm just drawing my trend line here. Yeah. So we had an uptrend, it broke it, and then it's trying to retest it. Okay. Again, we have another downtrend in motion. Okay, so it broke our uptrend, we retested it. Now it's going down for a downtrend. It's also respecting a downtrend. Remember, we had a downtrend on the weekly, but now we also have a downtrend on the daily as well, guys. So let's go ahead and line that up. So now we're looking at our daily downtrend, which is something like that. Okay, so we can safely say that whenever price reaches this level, it's going to reject it, right? At least that's what we can assume. That's what we can assume. Now price can continue to climb up to the top and then sell, but it's looking like price is gonna go down, at least for right now. So for all the reasons that I've said already. So let's go ahead and go down to our 4-hour. I'm taking you guys step by step. Okay. So now 4-hour, we again have another uptrend, and it's been broken, and now it looks like our 4-hour is going to be retested here shortly. So there you go. So you guys can see me draw my trend line as I go down in these time frames. Okay. So now that's going to be retested and continue downwards. So I think now is probably a good selling point. All right. So let's see here. What can I do if I want to sell? What's gonna be a good reason? What's gonna be my reason to sell? Okay, let's go back to the weekly. Just so we can just add some more confirmations. We got all our trend lines in there, so our trend lines are good. Let's go ahead and look at our Fibonacci levels next. Okay. So now we rip out the Fibonacci. We're on our weekly. Let's go ahead and measure what this level is. Okay. Weekly has come up to a 38.2% level. So what that does is that serves as an additional confluence to go ahead and sell. Right? This is our retracement. So we're selling at our retracement. So not only did it hit our 38.2, but it's also hitting our downtrend line on the weekly. Okay, so 38.2 and our downtrend. Very good sign to go ahead and sell. Okay, so that was our weekly. So our weekly Fibonacci level has been hit and respected for 38.2 level. So let's go down to the daily. Okay, so the daily, you can see it again. We changed it to the daily time frame. We still get the same valid information, which is very good. 38.2 level respect. Based off this downtrend retracement, based off the respect of our downtrend line. So there's more confluence to go ahead. This looks really good for a sell. Okay. So let's go ahead and go down to our 4-hour now. So this is where we want to do our entry at. So now based on our 4-hour, I'm going to go ahead and measure the currents. I can measure, there's two swing highs and swing lows I can measure here. I can measure the big one. I can measure the big one or the recent one. I'm going to go ahead and measure both just to see what happens. So the major swing high to swing low is right here. This is our what we call our major swing high and swing low. The overall. Again, even that one, the 4-hour, it's hit a 38.2 level. It's actually a little bit above it, but I think it's gonna go up. I'm gonna sell a sell limit here in a second. I'm gonna show you guys where at. So that's our most recent. That's the biggest. That's the big major swing high, swing low. If you measure the minor swing high, swing low, which will be the most recent one. So this most recent one. Let's measure that guy. So this is where price is right now. Let's go and change the color to identify that one. Alright, so now we got a blue one up there. Oh, that color is a little bit too close to the other one. Let's go ahead and change it again, sorry. Yellow. Okay, cool. So now we can see our yellow one for most recent swing high. It's respecting the 61.8 level. That's a good sign. If we measure this swing down here, it's our 50 level. So a bunch of different confluence to go ahead and sell. I'm going to sell my sell limit at the 38.2 level. And then my take profit is the 138.2 level. Okay. So let me go ahead and get rid of these other ones to make it less confusing. I'm going to add 138.2 to here. Let's go to levels. Yeah, 138.2 isn't on here, is it? No, sure isn't. So let's go ahead and put 1.382, 138.2. Hit done. Alright, so there's our take profit. So now you guys can see what I just did. What I'm saying is Fibonacci is going to retrace to the 38.2 level. This will give us our break and retest. So here's our trend line. Remember, every line gets a break, a retest, a continuation. So since price, I'm expecting my sell limit to go to 38.2. My take profit's going to be 138.2. Okay, that's it. So let's find out what level that 38.2 is. 110.2 is where I want to set it. 110.2 with take profit at 108, 108.6. I'm gonna go 108.6. 108.6. So take profit 108.6. Our sell limit was what was it? 110.2. 110.2. All right. So there we go. So sell limit right underneath the 38.2 limit. Take profit right above that 38.2 limit. Okay, and my stop loss is going to be at the 23.6 level. So let's go ahead and measure what that is. The 23.6. This is going to let me know that price has gone too high. You can see there may be some fake outs, so let's raise our stop loss at 110.8. Yeah, I'm gonna do 110.8. Okay, so let's go to 110.8. All right, so there's our stop loss. So you can see this is a pretty good ratio. Let's go ahead and clear all this out now. Now that we have all our levels, we can go ahead and clean this up. Delete. Delete. Alright, those aren't bothering me. So what I can do here, I could add some rectangles. Here goes our red. Okay, let's go ahead and change that to red. Okay, and then let's change the transparency of that boy if we can. Fill. Yeah, it won't let me. Okay, that's fine. So let's add another one. So take profits right here. So there's your 3-to-1 ratio ish. Okay, so let's go ahead and change that to green. You guys may not know this about me, but I do have some sort of OCD, so that little bit line is going to bother me if it's not straight. Alright, so there you go, guys. Based on UJ H4, we got stop loss and our take profit. Okay, so that's a 1-2. That's about a 2-to-1 ratio. Like I said, I think price is going to continue to go downwards. So honestly, we can take profit down to the next level. I think price is going to go lower because again we're ready for that down move. So really we can take this. If I was to say where price is going to go, personally, you know, I think it'll go at least down to the next zone. Let's see. Yeah. If I was a rager, you know, this price is going to keep respecting that downtrend line. So it very well may go down here, something like that. So there's your take profit to risk reward. Alright guys, Sincheezy signing out.